What's up, Sagittarius? Welcome to your December 2019 reading and happy birthday to all you Sages. You guys are some of my favorite people. Actually, my favorite person in the world is a Sagittarius, my son. His birthday is actually on December 9th. So yeah, I really like you Sagittarius. I've always gotten along with Sagittarius like my whole life. Definitely in the comments, write down your birthday so we can all celebrate you, find your birthday twin, build that love on each other, the community, all the stuff. And I hope you guys are going to have a magical, magical, magical birthday season. Remember, this is just a general reading, so it's not going to apply to all of you guys. This is designed for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Sag. But if it doesn't resonate, then definitely check out your Moon, your Rising, or your Venus. You might get more messages. And thank you guys for coming. If you're new, what's up? My name is Danny. If you are returning, what's up? Happy birthday. I'm so excited for you guys. I really like fire seasons for the most part. The only fire season I don't really dig for the most part is Aries, and that's probably because I'm a Libra and they're my opposite, so I just see too much shadow shit, you know what I'm saying? But I love Sag season, love Leo season, I love the fires. All right, let's get into this, okay? So I will say, Sag, it's interesting. Whenever I do people's readings for their birthdays, I always feel like birthday readings are always a little bit heavier in a way than we would originally want, but they're very dynamic. I think there's a lot of things to pay attention to in this read that are going to help you in terms of your overall growth. I think it's going to be a big dynamic month for you. And at the end of the day, everything's going to be okay, but there may be some weirdness or funniness or friction within that, but you're fine, and we'll get into this before I start making it more scary than it actually is, okay? So as your spirit animal to guide you guys through the month of December, you guys actually got the Firefly, which I love the Firefly. This is all about inspiration that comes to us at a moment's notice, but it is very fleeting, right? So this is when we get those little ideas that are like fire, and you're like, oh shit, why didn't I think about that? Or why didn't I write that down? Or whatever. It's when these amazing ideas, inspirations, all that kind of stuff kind of come to us. But again, it is fleeting. So it comes and it goes very quick. I would say this month it'd be very smart of you guys to carry around a little notebook if you're someone who has to write stuff down. I'm one of those. I don't like putting stuff in my phone notes. That will be very helpful for you because I do feel like the universe is gifting you with a lot of different things that can be very useful and helpful, especially in terms of your business, your overall, wealth, health, that sort of thing. This is really especially great if you guys are creators, like writers, poets, songwriters, artists, whatever, of any type. I think that the universe is going to be gifting you with a lot of good things, a lot of good material that you can implement later and that you'll find a lot of success with, okay? So this is actually great. You guys are going to be feeling inspired all month despite anything else going on. So definitely pay attention to it. Grab it while it's there because once it's gone, it's gone. Also pay close attention to your dreams because you guys might be getting messages and inspiration through your dream world, okay? Now let's just start with the cards on here actually. Okay, so you guys start with the Devil, Queen of Cups, and the Tower. Feels heavy and in many ways maybe heavy, but actually, I feel like this is a great thing. Now, the Devil card, this represents Capricorn energy, right? And Capricorn energy does follow you guys. So, at the end of the month, we will be experiencing that Capricorn energy. And where you guys are very nonconformist, very fun, very go with the flow, very you guys are the philosophers of the zodiac. Capricorns are very much like the taskmasters. And these are the rules. And we do this. And A goes to B before it gets to Z. You know what I mean? It's very... could be rigid, especially for you guys. I always feel like that's probably a little bit of a tough transition for you guys. So you guys are already popping up the Devil energy early on. Actually, this is in your past position. For a lot of you guys, this feels like you may have decided to let go, drop some things. And for a lot of you guys, this feels like could be vices, could be bad habits, bad ways of thinking. I feel like coming into your birthday season, a lot of you guys have set goals to aspire to do something different, or even get out of situations where you're feeling bound, right? And a lot of you guys, this may have to do with work. So there may be some transitioning in terms of your job right now, because especially if you are feeling bound in a bad way, where there's no freedom, you're just feeling stuck, having to do your own thing, or having to do whatever the man says or whatever. It feels like a lot of you guys have set some goals, like, okay, so by this time I'm going to be doing this, which I love that the Firefly came out, because again, that's that inspiration. So if you guys are looking to do other things, if you guys kind of have been moonlighting, which is, you know, working your regular day job and like trying to work on your passions at night or whatever, this is a great time to really hone in on that Firefly energy, right? Because I think you guys are getting inspiration that will help you come out of that much faster. Now, the Devil energy is it can be a very heavy energy. Yeah, a lot of you guys, this has to do with work. Okay. A lot of you guys, this could have to do with work. This could have to do with a boss that feels more like a dictator than an actual like leader, like in a good way type thing. But at the end of the day, with that 10 of Pentacles clarifying it, I think that things are going to be okay. I think that it was important for you guys to really pinpoint and recognize what wasn't working for you, so that you can get into the space of what is, right? And I feel like you guys are actively working on that, although it may be a little slower than you guys want. Knight of Pentacles. We know Pentacles is a very slow energy. You guys are the fastest energy, right? Being fire. Pentacles is the slowest energy out of all the elements. But Pentacles is all about that longevity. It's all about that stability. It's really building to legacy. So be okay with the way that things are going, because actually with this Tower card, which Tower card in the Major Arcana follows the Devil card right after, the Tower card comes to wipe out the things of the devil. So if there are things that are still lingering, you know, issues that you're still having and trying to overcome, even people, I feel like you're going to get a lot of help from the universe to kind of clear those paths, so that you guys can walk through where you're supposed to walk through. Now, Queen of Cups energy. We did just come out of Scorpio season. Scorpio season, I think, has brought out a lot of things for a lot of people. Remember, we did have Mercury retrograding in Scorpio, which, I mean, going into it, we already knew that was going to be a hot ass mess, right? We already knew that was going to be pretty intense, but that intensity, it meant something, and it was for something. I mean, you can't get a diamond without the pressure, right? So I think you guys are really in a loving space, a good space. Your intuition is really popping. So again, really pay attention to the messages that you're getting. Really pay attention to the signs, the synchronicities around you guys. I think that's very important this month. It's going to help guide you exactly where you need to be. Now, King of Swords is clarifying that Queen of Swords. And you know what? I think that through communication, you guys have kind of come to these aha moments and these, you know, these almost like epiphanies as well, right? Through communication, through honest, open, fair communication. Especially, look at how this King of Swords is looking at the devil, especially if this is having to do with a boss or someone in a work situation. Or let's say you are the boss and you are having to, let's say you're having to keep having these like sit downs with a certain employee and things just weren't working. I feel like actually that situation is going to cut itself out naturally. You really don't have to do much. So wherever there's been friction and wherever things have been hard, it feels like the universe is trying to turn things around for you, which is really, really good. And you are building to the legacy. Get more into the heart space. If there are people who have been kind of like stirring these messed up feelings in you, or like feelings of frustration, find the compassion in the situation, right? Because most people who give us grief and like give us hard times, it's because they're going through their own hard time, and everybody doesn't know how to deal with certain things. Everybody doesn't know how to rise above certain things. So I think while you guys lead with compassion, And also being very honest, leading with communication, I think things are going to work itself out for you. Now, the Tower comes unexpectedly. The Tower is very much that jolt. It is that help from the universe that, oh girl, you're kind of going down the wrong path. Let's just clear this out before we get a little bit too built up so that we can start over, right? So it's really like the universe doing us a solid, although it can be very uncomfortable, although it can cause a little bit of havoc in the beginning. At the end of the day, when the dust clears away, we see the wisdom of it, right? Now, with the Tower card, you guys got clarifying the Queen of Pentacles, okay? I feel like a lot of this is very, very much work-related. So again, whether you are in a place where you are wanting to leave a job because maybe you have a shitty, sorry ass boss, maybe you are the boss and you are finding that certain people are, you know, some people could bring out the worst in you and you're kind of becoming the type of boss that you don't want to be because you feel like you have to in order for the job to get done, right? You know, some people will literally, it's like, you're making me be, you know, like you're making me have to micromanager. You're making me have to be a way that I don't want to be, right? This isn't even my way. I feel like things are going to clear itself out. Universe is coming in and kind of helping you guys with that. Money, I will say for this month looks really, really, really good. So that's really, really good. That's a really, really good blessing. So I think you guys are going to feel very strong and secure in terms of that. But again, it feels like for a lot of you guys in terms of work, in terms of job, even in terms of your passion projects becoming your work, there's going to be a big shakeup where you guys are going to feel like you've got more control, where you guys are going to feel like you are, you know, got more control of your life. You're not living by default. You're doing the things that you want to do. You're in the right direction. You're making the good money. And you're still taking care of all the things that you are wanting to, right? Because queens are all nurturers. It's all that feminine energy. So it's really balancing that masculine with the feminine, right? Again, if there are situations around you where people are being disruptive to your life or people are being, you know, just making things difficult, have compassion because they just don't know any better. It's just one of those things. They don't know any better. I think the best thing that you can do for you at this time is focus on you, okay? Now, we've got the 5 of Wands, 2 of Swords, and the 10 of Cups. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Now, 5 of Wands is what's in your environment. Again, I do feel like there is friction going on around you. There could be drama going on around you, especially if this has to do with work, especially if this has to do with even your friendships. But work seems like it's really the theme for you guys this month. I think that Tower card is going to kind of come and, again, iron out the wrinkles for you. I think that you guys, I think it's all happening too because you guys are starting out the beginning of the month and probably even the end of last month, really kind of taking a stand and trying to do something different, trying to implement something different, trying to have the fair communication, giving those people a chance. But I wouldn't worry about it too much because I feel like the Tower card is going to come and kind of help you with that. Now, what's clarifying the 5 of Wands is the 5 of Cups. These people are going to do themselves in. So you really don't have to lift a finger to it. And when they do themselves in, let's say it's an employee who eventually has to get let go, or let's say it's a boss who is being unfair, they are going to immediately feel that guilt, right? 5 of Cups is all about feeling the guilt of the past, not realizing that there's new opportunities in front of them. But there is this factor of guilt. There is this, look, 10 of Swords. Someone may try to do the victim thing and feel like someone is stabbing them in the back. That is not your problem, okay? Oop. And then 10 of Swords comes up again to clarify the 2 of Swords. 2 of Swords is your hopes and fears. I think whatever this is a decision that you guys were kind of waiting to make. You know, Sagittarius, you guys are so cool. You want to be cool with everybody. You want to help out everybody. Like, you really are not trying to be the problem of anything. And I think that whatever this situation is, especially if it's pertaining to work, it's kind of gotten to the point where so much has happened that you didn't even, again, it's like you don't even have to lift a finger. I think the more that you guys are staying on top of whatever it is that is your job and whatever it is that you are supposed to be doing, the universe is going to work itself out with other things. Things are going to be exposed. Things are going to end, but in a good way, for new things to blossom, for new things to come up, right? So it almost feels like you guys may have been, like, let's say you're a boss, right? Let's say you have an employee that's just being difficult, and let's say you've been trying to give them, fair talks, or you've been trying to be fair, you've been trying to let this thing kind of ride out and like really be patient with them. It's almost like, I feel like for a lot of you guys, why I say I don't feel like you have to lift a finger, I feel like almost the decision was taken away from you, as it feels like you've got the universe interfering and just deadening the situation, so you guys don't even have to worry about it. Again, have compassion for these people. Have compassion for these people, because they just don't know any better and they're in a funky spot. Also, I feel like this is something that you've seen coming. This is probably even something that you've talked about with this person. Like, hey, this isn't going so great. Like, this is something that we're gonna have to deal with in the future. And they might have just, oh, yeah, whatever. And then now here it is now in their face. And what I don't like is, instead of this person just taking responsibility, I feel like they're still trying to fight it and still trying to place blame on other people. Don't fall for the trap. Again, this is whether you're the employer or whether you are the person, like you're the person being treated unfairly by your boss. Everything is going to work itself out. Now, I don't see a justice card popping up here, but I feel like there is definitely justice coming your way. And it seems like once we've got all this drama and all this smoke and dust kind of clears out the way, you're able to feel freer, you're able to feel lighter, you're able to feel happier, things are working out for you. I do want to say, make sure you stay very close to the people who love you this month. Stay close to your friends and family. You've got the 10 of Cups and the 6 of Cups both showing themselves. This is definitely family. Speaking to family, stay close to the people who are close to you. Stay down to the people who are down for you. And I do feel like there's someone in your space who is actually riding for you and defending you in your absence, which I love, right? Because if you can't be my friend in my absence, then you're not my fucking friend, really. But I feel like you guys have someone who's wiser, older, lots of wisdom, lots of knowledge, probably lots of experience that is helping you out. Now, I will say, for a lot of you guys, there's definitely opportunity for new love coming your way, right? Page of Cups. That is an offer. That's, pages happen when we're on the cusp of new things. So there is definitely a beautiful chance for you guys to find love. This is something that's been taking quite some time. This is something that's going to require patience. And this is something that I think has been brewing for quite a while. Don't rush it. Let it happen. It's happening. You know what I mean? As added messages, you got the 3 of Swords, the 6 of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. Again, I feel like there's someone in your absence who is definitely defending you. Someone who also, you trust them. They give you great advice, great knowledge. This is air sign energy, so it could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, but it does not have to be. Also, let's say for some of you guys who were involved with an air sign, especially Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, let's say if there was, especially if it has to do with a romantic relationship, this romantic relationship is done. It's done. So if you were even questioning if there's a possibility in the future, I don't see that there is, but what I do see is that you have a forever ally. Like, there's no love lost, there's no disrespect on anyone's part. It's just something that's done. So make sure, if you feel like you've still got this attachment to a person, to an ex, free yourself up, because you've got options out there. Again, we've got that Page of Cups, the 10 of Cups showing up here. So there are other options here. Heal your wounds, get over what didn't work out, because that alone causes friction, right? For you internally. And be optimistic and be ready for what's to come, because I feel like something is coming in and it's going to be beautiful. Ooh, King of Cups. What is coming in? You may be connecting to a water sign individual. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, which is beautiful. Whoever this person is, whether they're Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio or not, this person is emotionally elevated. This person is, it's King of Cups. It is the most elevated of their suit. This is someone who wants to grow build with you, who wants to harvest with you, probably wants to start a family with you. This is something that can really go long term. So again, I feel like there's a little friction in terms of work for some of you guys, whether you are the boss, whether you're not the boss. It could be also in relationships. I'm just feeling the work thing much stronger. And again, universe is going to kind of hum and help you to work things out, but that's because you've already done the work and kind of set the goals and the intentions in the beginning of the month. And so it's like, as you take a step, universe takes another. Like, it's, you know what I mean? It's like you guys are working together, and it's really, really good. Now, again, if there is a past situation, it's done and it's fine, but it doesn't have to be a bad thing. I think you guys will still carry on in a very respectful way. I think this person will still ride for you at the end of the day. This person still very much cares. It's just not going to be in a loving way, but that's okay, because you guys got some new cute shit coming up here, right? A lot of it has to do with water. Could be a water sign individual, but whatever it is, there's deep emotion there. We've got the 6 of Cups. We've got the 10 of Cups. This could be total soulmate energy. So don't count that out, okay? Again, I think a lot of you guys are seeking wisdom from someone who you very much respect. They could be older. This person has gone through the fire. This person has gone through life. And so they can talk about life, right? Their wisdom is not because of education. It's because of their life experiences, right? And they're very fair, very diplomatic, but they keep it real with you as well. I think that connection is really, really good for you guys right now. I think you're getting a lot of solid advice in a lot of different ways. And I think that that's really, really beautiful. 9 of Pentacles. Yeah. Be on the lookout. I feel like this could be your mother. This could be a friend. This could be anybody. But there's someone that you definitely respect. Someone who can kind of talk you out of your tough places. You know what I mean? Like, they just get you. And they want the best for you. I think that you've got a lot of help right now this month in the most positive way. And this month, like I said, it's going to be very dynamic. There's going to be a lot of healthy changes that come from it. There's going to be a lot of clearing out of all the negativity. For some of you guys, that has to do with quitting smoking, quitting drinking, quitting, doing too much. I don't know, whatever that may be for you. Some of you guys, that's your patterns of thinking, your patterns of behaving. Some of you guys, that's actual toxic people and situations. And I love that you're doing all this clearing out, and it may be a little heavy because it is your birthday month and everybody just wants to, like, hey, party, and that's cool, but it's setting you up to have a really good 2020, right? We're going into a whole new decade. It's not just another year. Like, this is the start of a new decade. And I feel like you guys are very serious. And again, coming after Sagittarius season, we go into Capricorn season. And Capricorn season, a lot of times, if people are not ready, Capricorn season will kick your ass. You know what I mean? So I like that you guys are kind of getting everything straightened out and worked out now so that you can thrive, okay? Now, it is safe for you to receive. The more you allow yourself to receive, the more resources you have available to share with others. Open your arms to receive and be a conduit for good coming to you and through you as it blesses the world. I love this. So again, even if it's not on, like, in terms of material things, which it may be, because again, this is your birthday season, this is Christmas season, whatever, but I feel like there's a lot of people who are trying to drop some solid knowledge on you. I think there's people who are riding for you, and when you're not there, I think there's people who are advocating for you. If there's, like, job opportunities, they're like, no, he's good. No, she's good. Like, you receive it and just be grateful for it and feel blessed about it. And the more that you're able to get into that space, you're actually able to do to others, which I feel like you were trying to do with this other person. Again, in a work situation or even a relationship, like, you were, like, trying to give them a chance, but they are their own undoing. So don't feel bad about that. Okay. And then you guys got very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Again, I do feel like you guys got some really, really beautiful opportunities in love coming towards you. So, focus on you, do you. I don't feel like there's much efforting you have to do with that. I think it's going to come to you. And just really stay in this great place where you're feeling inspired and you're feeling loved and you're giving love and you're receiving it, all that. And you're going to keep attracting more of it. Okay, Sag, I love you guys so much. Remember, drop your birthday. Wish your fellow Sages happy birthday. Let's spread the love. I love you guys, and I'll see you later. Bye.